Good morning. I'd like to talk to you for just a very few minutes on a topic that I call Buckle Up Friends. This is now late July 2021. We're getting news from every source, both media, social media, um, the financial community in particular is reporting that on every platform and level that we are impacted by the financial world, that particular world is going to be facing some very unusual days, and they're talking in terms of it happening very quickly. It seems like the financial world is teetering on every platform, be it residential real estate market, be it certain world currencies surviving the coming changes that are happening. As you know, the world operates in a credit system. So the more money that governments are printing, and they're printing it round the clock, and so currency is being poured into the economy. This is creating inflation. Inflation is now starting to rise at a fairly quick rate. And of course, with credit, I mean, in particular, you look at the debt that is connected with issuing credit like that. The United States itself is approaching the $30 trillion debt limits. They're saying that by 2025, the experts are saying that the United States alone will be well over 50 trillion in debt. And the world economy, the world in general right now is sitting at about 400 trillion in debt. This is debt that cannot be paid back. There's no one saying that it can be. It's kind of like the house is burning down. We can't save the house. Where do we start? Where do we put a Band-Aid to try to fix this or that? Not only are we talking the currencies being unsettled, the dollars being attacked. We now have cryptocurrency happening in the market. The stock markets are way beyond where they should be. They are well overdue for a correction, or in this case, it looks like it could be larger than what you'd call a correction. We're hearing terms of crashes, and so I just want to say to a few friends who see this, I am no financial expert, but I do listen to the financial gurus who have specialty and expertise in different financial matters. And it seems on every platform, they are in trouble. There is no group or government that I'm aware of that has actually figured out and is running a fiscally responsible house. And so we are in a position where this great reset that everyone is talking about is more and more a possibility because of the fact that world debt cannot be paid back. The currency, the currency that the different governments are printing and putting into the economy, it's even creating a problem in the banking world. And I think possibly what you're going to see, and it started with Wells Fargo just the other day, you're going to see credit being limited and cut back. And what you need to know about credit is what keeps everything going. Like from a raw product that makes it to you, the end user, by the time it reaches your house, your kitchen, for instance, it has had maybe as many as 5, 6, 7, 10 different handlers that somewhere in the process from taking that raw material, be it wheat or whatever commodity you want to think about, and converting that into a usable product that finally gets to the consumer and makes it to your kitchen table, for instance. Credit was used at least in half a dozen to maybe a dozen different players on that distribution list. Now, anywhere along the line, if someone was to reduce or cut or eliminate the access to credit, you would not end up with those products. Those products would now become held up, not available, there'd be shortages. And this is what I think is going to happen as one of the problems the financial world isn't sure how to solve. Printing currency alone is not the answer. It's when the banks are so flush with cash, they get to the point where they say, you know what, we're not going to issue credit anymore. We don't want the exposure. And when credit is starting to be tightened up and limited or completely withdrawn, companies and individuals, corporations, they have lived their entire corporate lives, and a lot of us individuals live many, many years operating with a line of credit. If credit is discontinued or limited, I'm going to give you a 90-day line of credit, but at 90 days, I want the money back, or your credit is being cut off. You're going to find the economy grinds to a halt so fast it'll make your head spin. So here we have a world totally living on credit. The world is compounding debt beyond any opportunity of repaying that debt. And so I'm saying to you as individuals and friends, we don't flow and function and operate in those levels. Most of us are just home folks, and we have a very simple budget and income every month, and we just try to survive, make our payments, and put food on the table. I would say, to the best of your ability, try to reduce your debts as soon as possible. Try not to be exposed to highly overused credit cards. Get those paid down if you can. Just do what you can to clean up your house financially, because one of the backlashes I think the feds are going to have to do in the next little while is I really believe they have to raise interest rates at some point. This printing of cash cannot go indefinitely, and especially with interest rates being at almost zero. And so at some point, inflation is going to be so far out that they're going to have to do something. And the first remedy would be to raise interest rates even 1 or 2%. And if that happens, you're going to see the residential real estate market pop a big one. And then you're going to see the stock market get really hit hard. And this is going to create a spin-off of different impacts and effects that are going to affect not only governments, corporations, but the individual themselves. So all I'm saying to you, my friends, try to simplify your finances right now. Try to get out of debt as much as you can. And God bless you. We are at that particular wonderful spot in history where the world is just now prepping itself for the soon to appearing and soon to be controlling Antichrist, who's almost here and will be on the scene to set some of these things in order, or at least think he will. So God bless you. Have a great day. Buckle up, friends. It's going to get a little rocky starting any time now. Bye-bye.